Every time the teacher asked a question in class, this boy was always the first to raise his hand, but the teacher never called on him, all because his shoes had a gaping hole, his pants were patched all over, and everything about him screamed poverty. The teacher looked down on him from the start, so she gave the chance to the principal's son instead.
Jason, take us away.
The boy lowered his hand, dejected. Did being poor mean he didn't even deserve to answer a question? At lunchtime, all the other kids had food, but he could only watch hungrily.
What you looking at, Foreman?
Nothing.
What's wrong? Can't you even afford a piece of bread?
A loaf of bread might seem cheap to others, but for the Foreman family of 5, it was a full day's worth of food. Long-term hunger was painful enough, but now he also had to endure humiliation from his classmates.
You want it? Go get it.
The taunts around him were like a lit fuse, instantly igniting Foreman's rage. He stormed toward the classmate who'd mocked him, threw a heavy punch, knocked him to the ground, and kept shouting, unleashing all his pent-up frustration. Afraid of being punished by the school, afraid of becoming a permanent target of ridicule, he ran away resolutely. After dropping out, Foreman wandered the streets for years, doing nothing productive, always looking with friends for easy money. After a whole day of watching, they finally spotted an easy target, a drunk man. Exchanging a glance, they decided to make their move. They tailed him, and once he turned into an alley, Foreman sprang into action, tackling him to the ground. In that quiet, empty alley, they pinned the drunk down, and expertly pulled out his wallet, only to freeze at the sight of a gleaming police badge. The drunk was actually an undercover cop. In panic, they hurriedly fled, but a police car was already heading their way. Clearly, this was a well-planned sting. As the police gave chase, Foreman and his friends split up. The officers had to choose one to follow, and Foreman became the lucky one. In desperation, he crawled under a house, but the police stopped nearby, and even brought out a police dog. They were prepared. Seeing he was about to be caught, Foreman had a sudden idea. He grabbed feces and smeared it all over himself, trying to mask his scent completely. His nerves were on edge, his heart pounding like a wild horse. A few seconds later, it worked. Foreman had narrowly escaped, but covered in filth. Unsurprisingly, he was shunned by everyone on the street. The life of a street thug was starting to feel shameful. He was growing tired of it all. Then, through a store window, he saw something that would change his life. A TV screen playing a promotional video for the Job Corps, a federally funded free vocational training program. Not only did it teach job skills, but it also placed you in good work, and you even got paid while learning. Foreman was captivated. He rushed home to tell his mother. He wanted to join the Job Corps, though she worried he might get into trouble. The fact that he wanted to walk a straight path made her encourage him. Work hard, don't run from difficulty, and don't pick fights. So Foreman said goodbye to his family, and, like so many dream chasers, headed to the Job Corps Center in California with a heart full of hope. In the dorm, he unpacked and found a note from his mother, and a brand new pair of sneakers. She hoped he wouldn't fall back into his old ways, that he'd leave his past self behind. Foreman began working hard, but with little education. He seemed clumsy and awkward, which drew laughs from his co-workers. Remembering his mother's hopes, he held back, responding only with a fierce glare. He wore his anger on his face, treating everyone as an enemy. Most avoided him, except his roommate, who saw that the anger was just Foreman's armor. After a few interactions, they became close friends. Then one day, Foreman returned to the dorm to find the new shoes his mother bought him were gone. He instantly grew agitated. His roommate suggested they report it after eating, but during the meal, Foreman spotted someone wearing what looked like his missing shoes. He stared the guy down, and the guy bolted. Foreman took off after him. The thief was fast, but Foreman kept up effortlessly. After a tense chase, the thief ducked into a dorm building. Cornered, he locked himself in a room, but Foreman smashed through the door with one punch, lunged at him like a tiger, and shoved him against the window, as if ready to throw him out. At that critical moment, Doc, the Job Corps supervisor, showed up just in time, preventing a tragedy. But Foreman's recklessness left Doc both shocked and furious. He gave Foreman